G'day Cobbas and welcome back to All Things Halo. If you guys weren't aware, I have a TikTok and an Instagram account, so if you guys want to throw me a follow, I'd greatly appreciate it. I've got unboxings like these up on my TikTok and also my Instagram. Hope you enjoy, see you soon.
Good.
G'day Cobbas and welcome to my review of Jega Rdomnai. He is the third figure we've gotten in the Spartan Collection Deluxe series, and he is an absolute chunky boy. He is massive in comparison to pretty much everything else we've gotten from Jazzwares so far, which is awesome. I'd love to see more of these big figs. We'll go over his hands and his weapons and stuff. And then there's just a couple things I want to touch on because this figure is almost perfect. Jazzwares is getting so close to pumping out these perfect figures, and I'm just going to point some things out and might even show you how you can fix those yourself. So let's get to looking at the hands and the weapons. So here is Jaga's Bloodblade. It is awesome. This energy sword is probably the best energy sword we've gotten, and not because it's red, it's just because, one, the size feels a little bit more to scale to me. Also, they're listening to us with the feedback on the bendability and the flimsiness of the weapons, because this isn't bendy at all, really. Like, if I bent this anymore, it would snap. Here is a Spartan Collection regular energy sword, and as you can see, pew, 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 not good at all. But this one is fantastic. It looks great. Good job, Jazzwares. Thank you for listening. So here is the Pulse Carbine. And as we all know, in Infinite, this gun was not used much. I do use it for the classic, burst, pew pew, and then flip to my battle rifle and just pop them in the head and they die every time. So it does have some use, it's just not that great when you can just, tap people from a distance with the battle rifle and be done with it. Like I said with the energy sword, they're listening. Look at this. It's bendy, but it's not that bendy. It's a good middle ground, I reckon. I actually prefer this to the McFarlane. Look at this. It's still bendy so that it won't break, but if I went further, it would snap. So that's a really good middle ground. Here is a shotgun from Emil, Series 2 of the Spartan Collection, and not good. Not good. It's just, it looks sick. It's just not good. It's way too bendy. I don't mind the bendy weapons in general, but that bendy is not good. I prefer them not to break, but not good. This paint detail is good, ammo indicator good. This Pulse Carbine is beautiful. So here are his directional hands, I'd like to say, or open hand. This is the mechanical one. This is his regular one. Very nice, very good. They're just hands. Here is his Pulse Carbine hand. This is the one that he uses to hold the Pulse Carbine. His energy sword hand is actually different. And here are his pointing hands or directional hands, one for his robotic arm and one for his regular arm. So Jaga's articulation is actually pretty decent. Everything feels kind of not too solid, but not too loose. Everything feels pretty good. His torso, though, is very limited in terms of articulation, which is quite upsetting. His head and neck has much more articulation than what the Arbiter did, so that's really good. His robotic arm has some decent articulation, you can move it around. I wish this, I can't remember the name of this actual weapon that he carries. I wish that it was maybe like up a bit, because you can't really turn his arm. It's just, yeah, that's a little bit saddening, and you can't really make it kind of go back a little bit, but overall it's still decent. Like this is awesome. It's really cool. His legs are great. He's got tons of articulation everywhere in his legs. He's got toe articulation as well. It's really good. His articulation is definitely up there. Very, very good. So here we have some really nice battle damage, and this is what I'm going to touch on briefly where I say it's almost a perfect figure. This in here would have benefited from like just some silver in there, and then a little bit of dry brushing. Like, the detail is there. There's little wires in here. The detail's there. Capitalize on your detail, Jazzwares. This could go from an 8 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 if this in here was all silver and black washed, Also, another thing I do want to show you guys is up here in his head sculpt, his skin has so much texture. The sculpt work is there. All it needs is just a nice little brown blacky kind of grey wash in there to highlight those little crevices. He's even got a little ear hole. Like, come on, it's so close to being perfect. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to fix this myself and show you a side-by-side comparison of before and after. So let's get to it. So here we go with the finished products. As you can see, Jega's head sculpt here, all of his skin's little crevices and ripples are now poppin'. This looks so much better. A brown wash is definitely needed. You guys can do this yourself, it's not too hard. Just remember to take your time. Jega's gonna look so much better and he's actually gonna thank you for it. So moving on to the chest piece, as you can see here, I painted in some wires and coils which make it look so much better. The detail was already there. All I had to do was paint it. Jazzwares, paint your details and I guarantee you a lot more people will be so much more happy. What do you guys think? Does it look better? Does it look worse? Comment down below and let me know. So here we go. This is what I've done so far. In here is just some wires and some gaskets, but over here on his face you can see that the brown wash actually brought out a lot more of those details and the crevices and the textures on the skin. So if Jazzwares could do this, 100% 10 out of 10 figure. So here we've got Master Chief from Series 1 of the Spartan Collection that I've custom weathered and blackwashed myself. And over here is our boy Jega with his new custom battle damage and also skin tone difference. So as you can see, Chief is so dwarfed by Jega, it's insane. I can't wait to get a Spartan Collection Deluxe Brute because the Brute will be bigger than Jega. Hopefully. Well, based on lore and height and everything like that, he will be. So I'm super excited for that. Jega overall is an amazing figure. Pick him up if you can. He's going to be one of those figures that is loved by a lot of people and everyone's going to buy multiple. So get them now before paying double or triple or quadruple the price in a year's time. So get it now. This figure is awesome. So that brings us to the end of our Jega Rdomnai Spartan Collection Deluxe figure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like this custom detailing. I really like it. I think it brings so much more personality to the character as a whole, both lore-wise and figure-wise. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It means a lot. Thanks guys and have a good one.